is not here. He has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. I love that. Does that give you the chills? It gives me the chills. Hello, friends. My name's Gina. If you're brand new here, I'm the creative here on YouTube behind Create Daydream, and this was a creative faith journal, couple of pages that I did on Easter. I filmed it and I'm gonna share it with y'all. So what do you say? I slowed down the very beginning of here because my focus is on this little card set by Mary Wongren called Redeemer Reigns, and I especially honed in on the little beautiful wings that she's painted that says he has risen, or he is risen, and I wanted to tie this whole page around that. So if you saw there in the beginning, I've blown up the page. I've put the page on the card, not the page, the card, the He is Risen card. I blew it up. There it is. Boom. I also printed it on vellum. The words that you're seeing, that's some scripture that I printed out, as well as like the meaning behind Easter. I'm sharing that with somebody else. You know, sometimes my words aren't always perfect, so we got to dive into the World Wide Web. And then let's see, I also brought in Tamara Acilia's gorgeous black and white florals from her set called Crown of Glory. So, got you on supersonic speed. Let's talk this out and get started. Y'all caught me in a good mood, so this could get interesting. Okay, so when I initially sat down to, do something on Easter Sunday, I had not planned on sharing it, but I wanted to film it, just because sometimes I like to look back at my own stuff, and I'm glad I did, because here we are. I'm sharing another creative faith journal process, and then we're getting messy, which two in a row. That's amazing. I'm kind of digging like mixed media again. Well, not mixed media. This isn't so much mixed media, but painting. I really love painting. So pull out your paints, slap it on a page with me, and let's talk a little bit about the process, the focus of Easter. Oh, I love it so much. And what I'm doing on the pages. And real quick, before we jump into what I'm doing on the pages, this set is called My Redeemer Reigns. And here's the thing. We're not just going to celebrate Jesus being resurrected on Easter Sunday. This is an all year, like every second of every day celebration. So if you want to pick up this, little card set from Mary, go for it. Make your own pages. Because Jesus is worth celebrating every single day. Okay, let me step off the proverbial rock and let's talk what I'm doing. So I started this page with gesso. It's a like clear / white gesso. I like to lay it down gesso if you haven't heard me talk about it. Well, and I probably learned something about it every single time I use it, but it's really great to mix with paint. So I laid it down. I was thinking, I'm not sure if I'm gonna, cover the whole page in paint. I do. I'm really liking that style of it. So gesso you can use with your paints to make them like spread more. Yeah, it may lighten them a little bit, but that's okay. Like, we like to lighten stuff. We don't want it all to be dark. So gesso, I'll link it below. It's Liquitex. It's fantastic. Next time though, I'm getting a white one. This one is technically clear, and I want my stuff white in the background. That's the reason I bring in so much white. So I'm back to my bougie paints from Target. Because they're actually so much nicer than the Walmart paints. Now that I just got done painting a page today, and I was using both, in the texture of the paints from Target, it just goes on so much smoother. So there is a reason that they are more money. So I don't know if that's necessarily bougie anymore. It's just, it depends on what you want to be using. With that said, I still use the Walmart paints. I'm going to use them up. I'll always use like the white and the black and, things I use all the time. So I'm coming in here. I'm just laying down some paint, which I cannot tell you, like, if you guys just need a little like Jesus therapy, get a notebook or get an art journal. This is specifically a mixed media journal, so it can handle the paint. And just sit down and do this. Like, just lay paint down and listen to worship music and have some coffee because I'm cheersing you. So, I don't know. It's therapeutic. It's really great, especially when you got like the jam and worship music on. So, I I don't know, go for it. So here's some of Tamara's florals. This is the size that they were. So I didn't bring these up any farther. I printed them on clear Mako sticker paper, which y'all, I have an inkjet printer, and the problem with doing mixed media and having an inkjet printer is the ink on a inkjet printer stays on top of the page versus a laser printer where the ink is like embedded in the page. So if you get this wet or anything, it smears. That's clear Mako sticker paper. So I've kind of been researching and I'm gonna pick up some that's waterproof. We're gonna try that out. I will share it with you if it is absolutely worth it. So now I'm just, I'm laying down this stuff. It looks really beautiful. Like you could just make a whole page just putting black and white florals onto the background, like when you make a really pretty background. So I decided here, like I said earlier, He's Risen is going to be my focal point. The big wings, they're gorgeous. And Mary actually, she's an artist, so she painted that, and you can see the washi tape in there. She's got gold foil in there. And I'm going to kind of bring in the same elements, but all over my page. So I left a little bit more of my process in here, like my auditioning process, because I don't want you guys to think that, oh yeah, Gina just slaps this down in 10 minutes and she's done. Because that is not the case. This one probably took me 3 or 4 hours because I just enjoyed the process and I have a lot of different layers being laid down. So here you can see some of the verses. I brought in a few of the verses. I wanted to lay them down. So some could be seen and then some could be a background. I like having the print behind stuff and also showing. I think it just looks cool, like when you have the double layout that I've done here, and you just kind of lay everything out and you've got Bible verses, and sometimes you got a little definition somewhere. So print words out, print out verses. Like I looked up the verses for her set, and then again I looked up why do Christians celebrate Easter? Okay, I know that, but not everybody knows that. And then I also printed out just some other Bible verses that relate to it. So go for it. Okay, so Bible verses on the page. I have John 3:16. That is the very first verse that someone told me to memorize. Let me know if that's the case for you too. That was back in my 20s. I didn't know anything about anything. And I think I was dating a guy and he's like, oh, just memorize John 3:16 and you'll get it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. You can't just tell somebody to go memorize a verse and that they're going to get it when they have no background of Jesus. They don't comprehend it. I didn't comprehend John 3:16 whatsoever. And me and that guy broke up because of him. Just kidding. I'm totally kidding there, because now John 3:16, it's so incredibly powerful. But if you just introduce someone just to that verse, which you see John 3:16 everywhere, that's the verse that everyone memorizes. People get it tattooed on their bodies. You see it on bumper stickers, this, that. It's because it's incredibly, incredibly powerful. It says, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. So as a little baby Christian or a newbie or someone that doesn't know the Bible at all back then, it was very hard for me to comprehend okay, how do I believe in Jesus? I don't even know Jesus. I don't know anything about this situation. I didn't even know he was crucified. So I don't know. Note to self, when you're sharing John 3:16, make sure if it's a brand new Christian, you give them a little bit more context on that, because they're going to need it. Anyways, again, obviously I'm not making fun of the Bible in any sort of way. This was just a situation that I was in and I was told to memorize it and then I would understand it. Nope, didn't happen, but now I do. And it's just incredible. So, okay, as far as verses, I took the verses that Mary put in her set. So she has John 3:16, she has John 2:25 through 26, and then Matthew 28:6, and that's what you see over on the right there, and that's what you saw at the very beginning of my video, just partial portion of it. He is not here, he is risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. So I wanted to share this. I was thinking about this today. And sorry, I'm touching my Bible. I'll just close it. Thinking about this today. And, you know, depending on when Jesus comes back, like, we don't know if we're going to be, you know, human beings here on earth, or, you know, how that whole thing's going to happen. But what I hope for is, like, if we're raised or we're brought with him, or if I'm here when he comes back, like, I want the sky to just, like, turn into a massive movie projector. Because how powerful would that be? That everyone around the world, all at the same time, gets to see Jesus being resurrected. And, you know, Mary going to the tomb, and the angel, you know, that literally causes an earthquake, and he's shining brighter than like lightning, is just kicking it there on the top of the tomb, while Mary and Mary Magdalene are like, hey, where's Jesus? And they're horrified that his body's been gone, and the angel's like, oh, he's not here, like, he has risen. I want, like, all the naysayers and the people that don't believe in Jesus, or, you know, just call Christians certain things and this and that. I hope that that plays in the sky. And I mean, as much as it would, like, pain me to watch Jesus die on the cross, like, I can't even take it when I read about it and I think about it too much. It just kills my heart. But the powerfulness of that, like, for people to see, it's like, how does that not turn every single person on the planet into a Christian? Like, right there. Like, everything. Like, you see Jesus, maybe you don't see him, maybe he's, you know, somewhere else, maybe he's in Jerusalem, that's where he's at, you know, but we know that he can be everywhere and anywhere all at the same time. But I just think that would be powerful. It's really been on my mind lately, so tell me if you think that's, like, crazy. Crazy to think that. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen, but, you know, anybody that's given me any slack for, you know, loving Jesus and professing my love for him, that's what, like, I hope happens. Like, everyone gets to see that, hey, yeah, that's my savior, and you had an opportunity to get to know him, and instead, like, you didn't. Or, you know, for people that do terrible things, like, yeah, Jesus is real, and guess what? He's here, and his life is playing up in the sky on a movie screen, you know, per se. So, anyways, okay. Not anyways, I don't want to, like, brush that off because, you know, but anyway, we're going back to the video here because I can get on a tangent. All right, so I brought in a stamp, the little speckled dots. That is an Elaine Davis stamp called Pies and Dots. And then what else did I do? Oh, I brought in some washi. So I wanted to kind of, you know, correlate the washi with the washi that Mary had in the wings. And I don't even think I really realized that until now. But so I used two washis. One's called Citron Mornings, and then the one is Plus Confetti Rust. Both available in the shop. Now I'm bringing in some more of my fancy gold paint, and I'm using my fingers because that's a thing now. And I was going to cut this out, but now looking back on it, you can see the gold paint on the page, which looks really cool. And there, just so you know, like, I pulled up a portion of a Bible verse, and I'm okay with it. Like, in the past, to be like, oh gosh, I need to cover that portion of the page up. That looks terrible. No, because we are opening up to the fact that we are not perfect people. That is the enemy trying to take away our creativity and our love of creativity when we're trying to glorify God. So don't let it happen. Anyways, okay, now I'm bringing in some more paint, and this is the Handmade Modern. I want to say this is like eggshell. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think it looks like eggshell, but I'm pretty sure it's called eggshell. And I'm pretty sure the new paints are called Mondo Llama. This is just Mondo Llama. This is just me bringing in some art marks. Like, it's really fun to pull these art journaling pages together, from the laying the paint down and slapping it on the page to coming in and laying just little extra, you know, paint marks here and there. And then now's my favorite part. I love gold foil. This is only the second time I used it. And if you didn't watch my last video, that was my first time. My big error in the beginning was I was thinking the gold foil would just stay on the page. Nope, you need some glue. So use a double-sided glue stick. Also, be generous with your gold foil. Like, you're not going to run out of it anytime soon. I'm pretty sure I have 100 sheets in that little container. and I was trying not to waste any of it. You're gonna waste it because it's massively delicate and it's gonna just kind of flick all over the place. Like I have gold foil all over my desk. So I followed Mary's lead here, and I put gold foil where she had it in the wings. And because I have, you know, 3 little layers of wings, I wanted to have a little bit everywhere to kind of, you know, lift that up over there. The wings being like the angel wings of Jesus, like the most important part, or it can represent the angel that was, you know, kicking it on the tomb saying, yo, Jesus isn't here. Whoever's wings they are, they're beautiful. Then I brought some more in over here on the left, and then this is where I figured out to bring in, I was looking for brushes because I saw people like using brushes. This is a stencil brush, so it's kind of oh, what's the word? Like the texture is different than a paintbrush, but it's just strong enough that it just takes away the gold foil that does not have glue under it. So if you have a stencil brush, perfect. And here I am. Yes, I do my fingers again, but that's only because I wanted to kind of mush it in a little bit more. And then here it is close up. Isn't it so pretty? I just really think like it adds so much. It's going to be interesting to see if I can do anything without gold foil now. So I don't know. So, okay, here's a little pocket. I believe I told you about the pocket. So what happened was I recorded my whole thing, and then I was just trying to delete a small snippet, and I deleted like the last 10 minutes of me speaking. It was not good. So, if I didn't say this before, that little cellophane bag is a pocket. I brought in one of the library cards. I will link this. And I wanted to have like a little hidden journaling, a little hidden prayer. I also journaled on the page, so you can see my white gel like up in the left-hand corner, down in the yellow. And the stamp that I brought in was the Speak Life stamp set. I used the little plus signs, or little, you know, crosses, not exactly a cross, and the butterflies. And this is just so much fun. Like, I'm having the best time letting go of perfectionism. Like, we're not perfect. That is the enemy trying to just take away your joy in creating, and taking it away so much that you don't want to like create for the glory of God, that you won't try new things. Try new things. It's fantastic. So, okay, friends, if you're still here, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and God bless you. I will see you soon. Bless up, my friends.